Brought to you by...
Ollie? Ollie, let me in.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can. Come on, it's me. Come on, man, I'm not sick.
I'm sorry.
Come on, Ollie. Who are you gonna get to help you shoot your episode?
Huh. He's kinda got a point. Hello friends, welcome back to ETF. Things are getting a hell of a lot bloodier as we move through this franchise and into the tainted waters of Cabin Fever, Patient Zero.
You should have left when I told you. I'm gonna leave you behind.
In this sequel? Prequel? It's never actually specifically stated. We follow a group of friends who have planned the perfect vacation in the Caribbean. But when they head ashore to explore a remote island, their ultimate bachelor weekend devolves into their worst nightmare. After an ill-fated swim in contaminated water, they stumble upon a seemingly abandoned research facility where a deadly flesh-eating virus has been unleashed. Immediately, this entry into the series blows the lid off of the tone that the series had established up until this point, showcasing a much higher budget and thrusting us into the emotionally charged aftermath of a horrific event. Shot in super slow-mo, signaling to us as the audience that this will not be the comically woven template that we've become accustomed to. We still follow our core group of kids in an isolated location motif, with everything under the sun working against their survival, but this time the narrative is offset by a subplot involving a man who seems to be physically unaffected by the flesh-eating virus, but instead acts as its carrier, posing a danger to everyone around him, and the scientists using him in an attempt to find a cure. Sean Astin plays our carrier here, delivering another incredibly strong performance in a film that would technically fall beneath him due to his Lord of the Rings level status. He is surrounded by our core group of 20-somethings, who all carry an unlikability in some form or fashion, which keeps to some of the major themes that carry throughout this franchise. They make some interesting choices with these characters and their relationship dynamics right off the rip, causing tension through secrets and relationships that easily create a beneath-the-surface friction between them. This time around, we are treated to a virus that seems more deadly and aggressive than in the previous two installments, infecting and manifesting at a much more rapid rate, and cause much more extensive levels of decay. Having been made several years from its predecessors, the gore and prosthetics work on display here is elevated to another level, delivering both visceral and gross-out moments to maximum effect. Due to some of the choices made here, about midway through the film, it starts to feel like it is shifting into a zombie film territory, bringing us long-infected victims of this disease that stagger and claw about as if the virus has eaten away at their minds, which makes a sort of sense in the context of what this virus does, but also seems a little less likely than them just rotting away. The film is definitely trying to take the established effect of the virus and push things further than we've seen before, bringing our victims to rotting zombie proportions with flesh degrading so intensely that limbs tear away with minimal force and full sleeves of flesh slip off like rubber gloves, leaving behind a corpse-like visage reminiscent of Frank in Hellraiser. This one actually turned out to be the polar opposite to the highly underwhelming schlock that I was expecting following Cabin Fever 2. Instead, I was given a highly entertaining, ultra-gory, and genuinely interesting narrative with easily immersive character plot lines and further information that expands the backstory of this mysterious and ravenous virus. I honestly couldn't have asked for more. I'm giving Cabin Fever, Patient Zero, an A. If you guys are seeking something ultra-violent and gruesome to stem the tide of this social distancing, then I highly recommend checking this one out. It's well worth your time, and honestly could have worked as just another flesh-eating virus film on its own merits, without having to brandish the cabin fever name, though I'm sure it hasn't hurt its success. Hey friends, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video and you would like to see more like it, please consider supporting ETF on Patreon, where every pledge is put right back into this channel to help make new content for your enjoyment. But that's gonna be all for now. Until next time, stay safe and keep embracing film.